Morning, everybody. Welcome to our class YouTube page. If you are unable to make reading time, this is the book that we were reading, Lost and Found. It's a book about a penguin and a boy. Lost and Found by Oliver Jeffers. Once there was a boy who found a penguin at his door. The boy didn't know where it had come from, but it began to follow him everywhere. It's following the little boy. The penguin looked sad, and the boy thought it must be lost. Look, he looks sad. He's not smiling. So the boy decided to help the penguin find its way home. He checked in the Lost and Found office, but no one was missing a penguin. So he tried to find the penguin's owner, but nobody's missing him. He asked some birds if they knew where the penguin came from, but they ignored him. Some birds are like that, he asked the birds. Isn't that silly? Birds can't talk. The boy asked his duck, but the duck floated away. He didn't know either. That's a toy duck. Can toy ducks talk? No, they can't talk. That night, the boy couldn't sleep for disappointment. He wanted to help the penguin, but he wasn't sure how. The next morning, he discovered that penguins come from the South Pole. But how could he get there? So he's trying to find the penguin's home. He ran down to the harbor and asked a big ship to take them to the South Pole. But his voice was much too small to be heard over the ship's horn. Together, the boy decided he and the penguin would row to the South Pole. So the boy took his rowboat out and tested it for size and strength. He told stories to the penguin to help pass the time. Then they packed everything they would need. So they're going to go to the South Pole together. And pushed the rowboat out to sea. They rowed south for many days. Look, they're out on the ocean. And many nights. There were lots of times for stories, and the penguin listened to every one, so the boy would always tell another. The penguin enjoyed stories. They floated through good weather and bad weather when the waves were as big as mountains. So this is bad weather right here. Until finally, they came to the South Pole. The boy was delighted, which means that he's so happy. But the penguin said nothing. Suddenly, it looked sad again as the boy helped it out of the boat. So the penguin looks sad again. There's the boy trying to help him get back to his house. The boy said goodbye and floated away. When he looked back, the penguin was still there, but it looked sadder than ever. There's the boy telling the penguin goodbye, and the penguin looks very sad. It felt strange for the boy to be on his own. There was no point telling stories now because there was no one to listen except the wind and the waves. Instead, he just thought, and the more that he thought, the more he realized he made a big mistake. The penguin hadn't been lost. It had just been lonely. Quickly, he turned the boat around and rowed back to the South Pole as fast as he could. At last, he reached the pole again, but where was the penguin? The boy searched and searched, but he was nowhere to be found. So now he's looking for the penguin. Look, he's crying out, "Penguin, where are you?" Sadly, the boy set off for home. He couldn't find the penguin. But then the boy saw something in the water ahead of him. Closer and closer he got until he could see. What do you think he could see? The penguin! Look what the penguin was doing. He was rowing back to the boy using an umbrella. And then they met up again. They're going to be best friends. And so the boy and his friend went home together, talking of wonderful things all the way. So he wasn't sad that he was lost. He was sad that he was lonely. I hope that you guys enjoyed this story. Bye.